Hi. So just letting everything go, just relaxing, seeing the breath as happening by itself. Sounds are arising on their own. Sensations arising on their own. Momentary appearance to be replaced by the next appearance. Continually moving like frames of pictures put together become a film. And so this moving amorphous stream is happening always in this eternal now, in this eternal here. This here-ness that can be about a body. It can be about sound. It can be about thoughts and feelings. And it can be about sights. Or it can be just about this space. And see that these are all a part of the momentary appearances. This flow that makes up life. The sense of I appears in this. The sense of identification appears in this. But it is absolutely impersonal and impermanent. Sense of other and outside and objects appear in this, but it is absolutely impersonal and impermanent. And that is the nature of reality. It's the nature of mind. And that is non-duality. So that is about not looking at the content of appearances. That is looking at the nature of appearances. It's momentarily looking at how everything is rather than how we would like it to be. The impulse to move, the impulse to speak or look arises. Feelings and thoughts, impressions arise. Completely free. The perception of a past arises. And the perception of what to do arises. It can be anything. It is free and unconditional. We do not have to create nirvana. We do not have to create awakening. There can be a perception of it being all just a blessing, a gift, a completely letting go of control. Even with the appearance of the controller or the creator doing a practice. All of it, just this wonderful blessing, surprises, gifts. And it is this relaxing into this trust. Trust it has always been this way, and it always will be. Samsara is about being in the controller position. And believing there is a very real reality that exists beyond the individual's perception. That somehow there's this concrete physicality that has some impermanence. It does move and change, but it exists outside of the field of perception. And with that mode of belief, comes a very strong sense of being an individual in a world filled with other individuals and structures and objects. The whole world of space arises, and then time. And we believe that a past exists. Where would it be? Where is this past? Where is anything outside of this now? See, there is a feeling of a world that exists outside of this here and now. That is samsara. And everything has to be brought in front of the investigation. Not just I, there comes a time that it feels like everything has to be offered up for the sacrifice. And some things that we've held as a foundation need to be investigated, or they arise to be investigated. There is no shoulds or need. There is no greater plan or have-tos. It's really just a flow of what is happening. And some things that may come up are things like faith, and compassion. Love, protection, You can see that there might be some reticence to looking at these things because they're like a raft that you're living on. And some of them you may have been using to reach enlightenment as a mode to understand samsara. And you use them until you're ready, and very gently you bring them into the inquiry. And these perhaps are the times where some great doubt can arise. You may feel that you're being blasphemous to inquire about your faith or your ability to be a compassionate individual. Trust that the truth will be revealed, and it will make you a more loving, open, generous, patient, joyous, wise, and still being. Compassion and wisdom in ultimate reality has to be revealed. And it is revealed as your nature. When we were young, we were taught empathy. We were taught to share. And to consider everything. We were taught about pride and shame. And we were taught about control and management. But your nature is perfect love. And with that is perfect compassion and empathy. Imagine empathy is so intrinsic to our very nature that you feel one with another. What is the need then to have to tell yourself to share? compassion and empathy and love arise as a base. You can just feel that. Feel into that now by feeling the vibration of being. Is it more here than there? Does it turn on and off? Everything is made of the same stuff. And we do not fluctuate with our perceptions. Perceptions are constantly changing. But the material of perceptions is one thing. And that is something that is very subtle and gentle. It's not an object that you can hold in front of yourself and focus on. It's a defocusing, if anything. When the logic of it is revealed to you, then it's just a relaxing into the ramifications of that. And allowing insight to arise. And you can just let go into that complete effortlessness. How effortless can you be? Can you let go of even letting go? In order to do that, you have to see that it arises on its own. Thank you.